Hello everybody, it's me, Pizza Lord, again, and I'm finally back, because I know I've been gone for a little bit, because of that, it was my computer, my laptop had stopped working, so I had to get a better one, and I decided just to get a better one, and I got a new gaming laptop. I didn't explain that on Twitter, so that was kind of confusing. I said I was going to be back today, so today I'm going to do my first ever MLB video on my channel. Today we're doing an MLB tier list, so let's get started. So starting with the New York Yankees, pretty good team. Definitely winner in the East, the American League East. I mean, really, it's just better team. Pitching kind of weak, but bullpen is great. Hitting is great. They're gonna outscore the Rays. The Rays don't have that much. Bet the same with the Rays and the Yankees in terms of pitching. So I think and the Yankees have a better offense. So I think that's just a winner. I don't know why people are sleeping on the Rays. I think the Rays are going second in that division, if not third to Toronto. But that team is stacked. I'm gonna put them in an A, just because they're gonna win the division. It looks to be that they're gonna be probably the first seed in the American League. Definitely first. I don't see Toronto beating them. I don't see or beating them out for the first spot or the Rays. So next we have Seattle. I'm gonna be honest. Seattle doesn't have good pitching. I'm gonna be honest. They don't. Their bullpen is solid, but just a C, really. I mean, probably third in that division, with the Astros and the A's. Really, the Texas and the Angels aren't going to move. That's fourth and fifth. Those two teams are going to lose a lot, and you definitely have a better team than them. Hitting's okay at best. Really, not that many good hitters. So yeah, it's a C. Rays. I don't know why people are sleeping on the Rays. The Rays are a B. Okay, they got solid pitching, great hitters, and a solid bullpen. So it's just an average team. Definitely will not be as good as last year. Last year was just 60-game season. It was a weird COVID year, and it wasn't good. Now we have the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm gonna put them at an A. Here's why. They added George Springer. They added Marcus Semien. They added a lot of good pitchers to that team. Definitely will be an improved team. Pitching's still kind of weak, but they did add pitchers. I don't think it's going to be good enough to win the division. Hitting, great. Like I said, added George Springer, added Marcus Semien. Defense is going to be better. Bullpen, it's actually above average, I would say. A lot of good relievers over there. So that's just an A. It's an A team. I'm going to be honest. I think I probably have them second. I think, yeah, you know what? I'm going to have Toronto second in a wild card spot, really. So I think I got them second in their division. Solid A. Then we have Marlins. Definitely will not be as good as last year. Last year was a weird season. They did get hit with COVID, but they're just not going to win the division. They're not even going to go fourth. I see them going fifth, really. Not going to be as good as last year. I would say that. They just don't have good pitchers. Don't have a good bullpen. Hitting is okay, but definitely not enough to beat teams like the Mets, who added Francisco Lindor, or the Braves, Akuta Jr., Freddie Freeman. You know what I mean? And even teams like the Phillies with Bryce Harper. I don't see, and in a pitching core with Washington, Strasburg, and Scherzer. So they just cannot compete in their division. Then it's the Cardinals. Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna put them at a B. Listen, their pitching is not good. They got to get better pitchers. Plain and simple. Hitting, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt. Defense great, bullpen great. You know what? I'm gonna put them in an A. I'm sorry. A lot of I'm not I know a lot of other like YouTubers value pitching a lot. Me personally, I don't value pitching that much. So I'm gonna have the Cardinals at an A. And then we go to the Astros. And this is tough. Listen, a lot of people are sleeping on the Astros. That's an A team. Let's be honest. Great pitchers. You know, great. Well, yeah, great hitters. Still have a strong lineup. They lost George Springer, but they still got Jose Altuve. A lot. You know what I mean. A lot of good pitchers. Great bullpen. Great pitching. Just that's a division winner. The Oakland A's don't have as good a team as the Astros. Then we go to the Braves. Braves are an S. Let's be honest. Braves are an S. They got probably one of the best offenses in the National League. They got Akuta Jr. They got Freddie Freeman, who won what? NL MVP or something like that. I don't. And then their pitching just outstanding. Bullpen is actually pretty weak. That's their only weak spot is the bullpen. The relievers are not that good. But that's still an S team. Listen, there's 3 teams I have. Let's be honest. If it's not the Dodgers... No. It's either going to be the Dodgers, the Braves, or the Padres in the World Series. If it's not that, I'm shocked. Listen. Because who else? Who else is going to, fight for that spot? Okay. Name another team that could, legitimately go to the World Series except for those 3 teams. You can't. Milwaukee doesn't have an offense. Cubs get worse and worse every year. Though, what about the Reds? They're getting better and better. No, they're not going to win a division. A lot of people are always so hyped on the Arizona. There's always a hype train in there. They haven't done anything the past few years. Washington's always inconsistent. So there's no one in the division who can, legitimately beat those 3 teams. Those are S. And then Orioles. The Oreos. Yeah. Orioles are a D. Bad pitching. Just not good pitching. One of the worst pitchers in the league. Their offense is not that good. Although they're getting a lot of I know they're pretty injury prone. It was a pretty injured team last year. They're getting a lot of players back, but just still not enough to win their division. Not enough to compete with, the Yankees or, Toronto or the Rays, you know what I mean? And it's just not enough. Their defense it's just atrocious. It's not that good. It's just a D. It's just a D. I'm sorry, Orioles fans. You're going last in your division. You just can't compete. Then it's Cleveland. Ooh, this is tough. I'm going to put him in a C. A lot of people have him as a D. I'm going to put him as a C. Here's why. They lost Francisco Lindor, though. That's big. That definitely... That's someone you don't want to lose. But their pitching is so underrated. I think one of the most underrated pitching cores of all time. Alright. Bullpen is fine as well. It's just the offense. The offense is just so bad. You lost Francisco Lindor. You're not going to compete in the division. I'm not even sure you're going to get 4th. I'm going to be honest. No, you'll... I see maybe... Because who's going to win? I see maybe the White Sox winning. That's a shock to... I know that's going to shock a lot of people. I see the White Sox winning. Well, maybe, yeah. And then it's the Twins. Okay, maybe you go 3rd. The Tigers, though. The Tigers... I got a little faith on the Tigers. For sure the Royals are going to be better, but they're still not going to be contenders. I don't know. It's kind of a question mark with Cleveland. Good pitchers, bad hitters, bad offense. Atrocious offense. Then we have Colorado. Let's be honest. That team is terrible. Lost Arenado. Lost a lot of players. Pitching's okay, bullpen's trash, hitting's trash. And a team where you have the Dodgers, best team ever. Best team in the league. You have the Padres, second best team. The Giants are getting better every year, but still kind of old. Let me see, who else? The Diamondbacks, who are better than you. So, you lost a lot of pieces. It's time for a rebuild. It's rebuilding time. Just start a rebuild. You can't contend in that division. Then we have the Detroit Tigers here. The Tigers, they're not good. That's a last place team in my opinion. I think the Royals are better than them. Tigers don't have really anybody. That team is pretty old. his hitting core is pretty old. A lot of old guys over there. I know they got a few rookies, a few good prospects, but it's still a rebuilding year for the Tigers, and they're going to be last in their division. Then we have the Royals, who I think are better than the Tigers. I think the Royals are a C team. I don't know why a lot of people are sleeping on the Royals. You know, they got a lot of key pieces. They got Robbie Grossman, Salvador Perez. Pitching, it's unbelievably bad. Like, the pitching core is atrocious here, and I think that's going to be their biggest weak point. You're in a division with White Sox, who have a decent offense, the Twins, who have one of the best offenses in the American League. So you cannot compete with those two teams. I mean, you can beat the Tigers. You can compete with Cleveland, but that's just, those are the two teams you're not gonna pass. I'm gonna be honest. I see you guys maybe at a third place spot, but definitely not wild card spot. Then we have the Brewers. Ooh, this is a tough team to kind of put on a tier list. The Brewers have a really good pitching core, and that's really shocking because it's the Brewers, and their offense is not that good. I mean, the only good player on offense is Yelich, who I think will probably win MVP. So that bullpen still, it's okay. I mean, but I'm gonna put them as a B just because of the pitching core and their bullpen is so good. Both their bullpen and pitching is good. Their defense is great. Just that hitting core I don't like. Then it's the Angels. Are D. Let's be honest. Their hitting core is unbelievably good, but it's a bad team, bad pitching, bad bullpen, a really competitive division. So you got Seattle, who are gonna try to make a run for it, but I don't think they can. They got the A's, who are probably gonna make it to the playoffs. Of course, you got the Astros, who are the best team by far in that division. You just can't compete. You're a fourth place team. A lot of people have you a lot higher. I don't know why. Their pitching's terrible. Got to get better pitchers. Then we have the Oakland A's. And the A's are always a really hard team to predict or predict. I have as a B, and I probably by mid-year I'm gonna probably have them as an A because they're always, a lot of people always doubt them, but they're always really good. Here's why I have them as a B for now. Their pitching core, it's decent, but is it gonna be able to compete with the Astros? Is it gonna be able to hang with the Mariners, which I think it can, but they lost Marcus Semien. They brought in a little bit of, they brought in some guys. You got Matt Chapman, Chris Davis, Matt Olson, Lariano. A lot of good guys in Oakland. A lot of good hitters over there. Bullpen is amazing. One of the best bullpens in baseball. So, a really good team. Really good team. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good team. By the mid-year, by probably by June, I'll have them over here. First month of baseball, I'm gonna probably have them as an A. Then we have the Phillies. I'm gonna be honest, it's a C team. It's exactly like the Royals. I mean, good team. Don't get me wrong, just inconsistent and cannot hang with their division, especially in that division where the Mets have Jeff O'Neill, and where the Mets have Francisco. They just got Francisco Lindor. Their pitching's great. Their offense is great. But it's just not enough to defeat teams like the Braves and the Mets. So yeah, it's a C. And then we have the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let me tell you, Pittsburgh Pirates are the worst team in baseball. No doubt about it. They have terrible everything. Bad. They lost Josh Bell for some reason. I don't know why they traded Josh Bell. They lost Josh Bell. And they have a bad pitching core, a bad hitting core, and bad bullpen. It's just not good. That team is not good. Padres. There's no question that it's a C. Like I said, there's three teams that are all the S teams are gonna make it to the World Series. If it's not an S team, I don't know who it will. Let's be honest. I don't know who it will be. I'm talking about the National League as well. I don't think there's an S team in the American League. Manny Machado, Pitching core is amazing. There's just no doubt about it. And then we have Texas. Texas is not good. It's the second worst team in the league. Really, the only thing good about Texas is their bullpen. It's not even that good. I'm gonna be honest. It's a D. The rest is an F. Bad hitting core. Bad pitching core. Not good team. Whoa, not White Sox. Red Sox. Have them fourth in their division. I don't, it's not, their pitching is not that good. Chris Sale's their only, strong pitcher. Hitting wise, it's okay. You lost Mookie Betts, of course. Bullpen, it's a weakness. I'm gonna be honest, I have him as a D. I'm sorry, White Sox fans. I have him as a D. I just don't think, you have a bad bullpen. You have bad pitching. Okay hitting, but still not enough to compete with Toronto and Yankees, the Rays. So I just don't see you guys winning your division. It's going to be a very hard division to win, and I just don't see you guys winning it. Then it's the Dodgers. The Dodgers are an A. The Dodgers are the best team. You could even argue the best team of all time. Seriously. They added Corey Kluber. Best pitcher in the league. Best pitcher in the league. Mookie Betts. Corey Seager. Bellinger. My God. Justin Turner. They re-signed Justin Turner. How about the Giants? I'm sorry, Giants. It's a D. I'm sorry. You guys got pretty good hitting. But pitching-wise, it's just so awful. You lost Bumgarner last year. You don't really have... You lost a lot of pitching this year. You have some pretty good prospects, don't get me wrong, but that team is old. Buster Posey's going to retire in a few years, let's be honest. Only Brandon Crawford shouldn't even play. Brandon Belt's okay. You lost Pablo Sandoval to Boston. Joe Panic, not a good first baseman. Evan Longoria shouldn't be playing in third base. Terrible third baseman. So the same thing as Buster Posey. Shouldn't be playing as catcher. Future Hall of Famer, but just shouldn't be playing as catcher. Sorry, Giants. I'm a Giants fan, but I gotta be honest. Arizona. Same thing as the Giants. I'm sorry. Good pitching, though. Good pitching. Got a lot of solid pitchers over there. Absolutely atrocious bullpen. One of the worst bullpen in the league by far. Hitting-wise, it's just not that good. It's not that good. Definitely a D+. Then we have the Mets. Pitching's okay. It's a solid. Hitting's okay. Pitching's actually above average. I'm going to put this team as a B. Not quite there as an A, but still a solid team. Definitely could compete in their division. It's not as good as the Braves. Just a solid second place team. White Sox. This is the team I'm very high on. White Sox are an A for me. No, actually, they're a B. Sorry, White Sox fan, you're a B. Solid team, though. Good pitching, good hitting, and good bullpen. Definitely a playoff team. And then we have the Twins, who are about the same. Twins, pitching's a weak spot, but definitely the best offense in the NL. NL. Or no, AL, my bad, AL. The Cubs. Ooh, Cubs. I'm gonna be honest, the Cubs are a C, barely a C, let's be honest. They're barely a C. Terrible pitching. Atrocious bullpen. You know what? I'm putting them as a D. They're not as good anymore. They slowly have regressed every year. They get worse every year, and it's not that good. They're at the point where they just can't compete. And Cincinnati. Definitely better than the Cubs. Definitely better than the Pirates. Definitely a third place team, I would say. But just still not a playoff team. Solid pitchers, solid hitters, not a good bullpen. Now then, finally, you have the Washington Nationals. Pitching best, oh, not the best pitching core. Second best pitching core in baseball, behind the Dodgers. Solid hitting, a solid bullpen. This is an A team. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and this is a solid. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I'm gonna be honest here. Washington is either a playoff team or they're the worst team in their division. Tell me I'm wrong. It's either they go all out, make it to the playoffs, beat out the Mets. They're not going to beat the Braves. Let's be honest, they're not going to do that. But they're going to compete with the Braves, go second, go to the wild card, win, and make a deep run into the playoffs. Or they go last place in their division. This team is not consistent. Good team, not consistent. So, we seen it a few years ago when they made it to the World Series. And now, made it to the World Series, one of the worst teams in the division. So, they're just not consistent. So, it's either both of those. It's either the ceiling, World Series. Low, or bottom, worst team in their division. Especially with that pitching corner. It's great. So, that was my MLB tier list. If you liked it, please leave a like button, subscribe. Leave a comment. What do you would have changed? I know I put a lot more D teams than I was expected. Yeah, just comment what you would have changed. If you want to subscribe, it's free. You can always change your mind. Yeah, so this is my first ever MLB content on my channel. So thank you guys for watching.